Hey, buddy. It's January 2nd, 2024. Had some interesting things happen here in the United States. Had terrorists kill a bunch of people in New Orleans. 15, I think, at last count. We had a car explode outside one of Trump's buildings. I don't think they were connected because two very different styles, The Trump one was a loaded, those Teslas, and Elon Musk owns Tesla, and he is a Trump confidant, so, that was a very clear message, in my opinion. The symbolism was fairly obvious. And the one in New Orleans was, just some asshole in the truck. He had explosive devices, and I think he had an assault rifle, but they gunned him down before he could use it. As I understand it, the details are really sketchy. But I'm sure we'll learn everything. And this is just the beginning. I would not be surprised if 2025 is the year that a lot of Americans die on our home soil. You've just been feeling it in the air, like something was coming. I guess it's about ready to be here. Cold. And this is the reason that I support Israel. Because the Middle Easterners, they want us dead. Now, not all of them. I'm sure most of them just want to live their lives, in peace and harmony, like the rest of us. But unfortunately, the people in charge of them want us dead. Want Western society wiped out. Obviously they're not strong enough to do a ground invasion. But, excuse me, we're going to be seeing bombs going off. Chemical, biological, nuclear, anything they can get their hands on. So yeah, the war is coming. It's going to be a bad one, I think. I hope you and your siblings are safe from it. Now, I've long said the only reason I would want for my children to join the military is if this country was invaded. To me, 9/11 was an invasion. That was an attack on our soil. You think they'd learn? Poking the hornet's nest. May you live in interesting times, as the Chinese said. Sorry, I'm cold. I'm paraphrasing here, but in Apocalypse Now, there is a soliloquy. I think it's one of Kurtz's letters being read by Willard. He says, there are times for compassion, and there's a time to do what needs to be done. And you gotta do it cleanly, swiftly. Us humans, man, we just can't get along. We're naturally bloodthirsty. I mean, I guess that's just how Homo sapiens came up, you know. There were more people than there were resources. So we evolved into these warlike creatures. And even when the resources are being met, we still have that instinct. And I saw where Palestinian babies were freezing to death in Gaza. Heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. And I mean, Israeli babies died on October 7th. There are no fucking good guys. It's only the living and the dead. They want us dead. And so we gotta make sure they're dead. Because don't want your children to be oppressed or be slaves, or for you to be killed, not even have children. Taking human life is not something that should be done lightly. But sometimes it must be done. I hope you never have to. There are definitely two there's a before and an after. You know. And the after is never up to the before. Not my problem much longer. Oh. Sad. I wanted an America where we had, universal health care, free education, that certainly won't happen in my lifetime now. The Pax Americana is coming to an end. I'm grateful that I was born in this country and born at this time. Middle Easterners, the Chinese are probably our most serious threat. They're buying up land near military bases, investing heavily in their military, trying to catch up to us. From what I understand, in some ways, they're already superior to us militarily. That's the one I'm scared of. You know, Middle Eastern guys will, they'll blow up, buildings and airplanes and shit like that. The Chinese will unleash an EMP. That's the thing. They all want us dead. Everybody wants us dead. So now, instead of universal health care or free college, we gotta spend that money on planes and tanks and guns. But if you're not breathing, nothing else matters. This is a great nation, and we got a lot of promise. But we got to be safe. And I'm not saying anything new or original. Just an average guy swept along in the tide of history. Forgotten almost as soon as I was born. That's interesting. Switching gears here a little bit. This making these videos, if they survive into the future, which no guarantee of that, but if they do, maybe there'll be a window into, just some average dude's soul at the beginning of the 21st century and the American Empire. I think within 200 years, probably, there'll be real immortality. God, that's awful. I would not want to live forever. But I was just thinking about it. I know what I know about my great-grandfather, your great-great-grandfather. I could fill out on a note card. And his father, we know nothing about. But me, I'm nothing special. And maybe that makes what I have to say interesting. Maybe not. It's not like there's a shortage of people making videos. So, maybe it'll only be of interest to my descendants. Hope you inherited a good world. My life was pretty good. I certainly cannot complain. On the whole, lived better than probably 99.99999% of all Homo sapiens ever have. So. and my problems were of my own making for the most part. So what is there to be bitter about? Well, there is some stuff, but I know in the other videos I've gone over that ad nauseum. So, anyhow. I love you, son. I hope this finds you in better days.